Welcome back, everybody, to the Kamui Payer Play. We're about ready to have a match between Phil Burford and Max Eberle. This is the Kamui Payer Play. We're here at the Southern Classic in Tunica, Mississippi at Harrah's Casino. Some of our sponsors today, of course, include Kamui Tips, Simona's Cloth, Viking Cues, Cyberts.com. Today's match, I believe, is going to be, and we have many different disciplines going on. I'm going to get a word from our tournament director as to what the race is, where we're at as this position goes forward, and what exactly we're in store for as far as a race. Could be one of several disciplines right now. I believe it may be banks, but they're getting ready to mix it up. It will be Phil Burford versus Max Eberle. And I'll get you some information on the actual race and the discipline as we go forward here. But the best thing to say is they're probably going to lag it up here in just a second. I believe the guys will probably hit a rack or two at the most. Oh, they're just going to go ahead and lag it up. So let's see what we got going on here. Okay, we're going to have a race to 5 9-ball, according to our tournament director. So this should be pretty exciting. Both these guys play great 9-ball, a lot of anticipation with Phil Burford's game. He plays great pool. He's going to take a restroom break right here. We'll take a second and thank one of our sponsors.
When we broke down a performance shaft to see how it works and how to make it better, you will ask yourself, how do we ever shoot without it?
We felt that we could create something better. The Viking Exact Shot.
And we're back. Have an empty table as we wait for Phil. Sorry to bombard you guys with commercials. Just wanted to welcome our guest, John Bertone from Kamui Cues. Welcome, John.
How are you feeling today after breakfast?
I am feeling great. Today's breakfast was splendid. Absolutely incredible.
At lunchtime we had breakfast.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, not at ball.
Max is just going to beat some balls. This is not the match. We're just waiting for Phil, and I think Max just said, let me beat some balls. Well, maybe it is the match, because Max had racked them up for himself. So, yes, this is the match. I apologize. Phil has shown up. We have a race to 5 9-ball today.
Yes, and it's the semifinals?
I think this is the semis. It is in the 9-ball at a race to 5. It can't be the. It might be the quarterfinals.
Quarterfinals, okay.
And just a reminder, these are 10-foot diamond tables with 4 1/4-inch pockets. If you're just tuning in, this is your first match. We're putting a lot of these out on our YouTube channel. You'll be able to replay these and visit with us at any time. There'll be videos on demand. You can also go to InsidePool.tv in the future and watch them play. Or you can go to our YouTube channel and even subscribe for free so that you know when we put new videos in. That's youtube.com/InsidePoolMag. You can even friend us on Facebook and go from there, and we'll take care of everything.
All right, folks, looks like I think Max has won. So let's see if I can change the scoreboard here, as I'm learning this system here. As JR just stepped away from the desk. we just need to get the scoreboard up. Oops.
There you go.
All right.
So Max is on a roll here.
Last rack, I believe they jarred the, both of them jarred the 8-ball in the corner pocket. So it went down for Max.
You got all of that one. But he's sitting pretty. I mean, it looks like these guys are mangling him and overhitting him, but what it really comes down to is a lot of the time these guys, it's because of the 10-foot table. Mm-hmm. And Max?
We have to keep remembering that it's the 10-foot table here. It's a whole different animal than the 9-foot.
What I'm finding amazing is how the players are adapting. Players like Max, really, they already know the drill. They're used to the 10-foot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they are used to the 10-foot. Just given it an hour or two with a little bit of practice and some time on it, and yeah, they're already in stroke.
Well, it's what I think it's funny is to watch the creature, come in, see it, be amazed by it, be in awe of it, be in fear, and then go on, a data finding mission, and they're learning about it, and then suddenly they respect it, and then they just start playing it, and to watch that progression, that line from most of the players was just amazing this week. But what you had is players like Max who knew how it played immediately when they got to the table.
Yeah.
And you can see he has this table down. He's breaking and making a ball and getting a shot. That's about as hard to beat as possible. There's no other way to say it.
Yeah.
The guy breaks and makes a ball and doesn't make a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, it looks like he can run out here. It looks like all these balls can go if he just gets the right position on and doesn't get himself hidden behind a ball.
Max is sitting pretty here. He doesn't want to go too far up table. He wants to keep an angle from the 4, shooting it in the side, let the 6 roll down between, or the cue roll down between the 6 and 9 for the 6 ball. If he gets straight in on the 6, he's actually good. Because he can just stop it and use the rail to come off the 7 and get position for the 8. He's going to elect to go this way.
Yeah, he's got great control.
Yeah. And he should be able to just follow this to the bottom rail. I don't even think he needs but a hair of right-hand English just to straighten it up. Good shot.
So yesterday Max did win the straight pull version of the Kamui pair play, right? Is that right? That's right.
Yes, he did. He beat Mitch Ellerman in the finals. I think 29-27 or 31-29. I forget exactly what it was.
Yeah.
But he's looking like he's going in to find that he can get into the finals of a lot of these events, and this might be a big payday for Max as he takes game 3.
Yeah, Max saw the light in this tournament format, and he's going after it.
Hey, I don't blame him.
Yeah, I don't blame him either.
There's a lot of money up for grabs, and Max found out about it, and Max made a home here.
Yes.
And quite truthfully, on the 10-foot table that he's used to, I think he knew right away that he had pretty good odds. He could get in for 250, and if he played for an entry fee, he might get in for nothing. And
Right.
everything's pure profit at that point.
An entry fee of $2.50, not $250.
Yeah, $2.50.
And that would be on the very first day and play his way through.
Right.
But, you know, the player does have the option to come in several days late and pay a higher price for the position. So it's pretty much tailored to, you know, no true cutoff time except for the final few days when we have our final 16.
Right. Well, Max has a shot. He's going to take the ultimate rack off the table, which he endorses.
In fact, Max donated a bunch of these for the tables. So shout out to Max, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Max. It's really a nice little rack system. At the same time, he's got a shot on the 1. Run in 2 rails to get on the 2.
So we have a few players over here in the arena. On the other tables practicing, we have Brendan Schuff. So I think he's still in it right now as well.
I think so, too.
So I think we're going to have a good final turnout.
Well, I'm not certain whether he's in one pocket or not.
Yeah, that's the funny thing about it. We have to we should put stickers on the players themselves so we can look at them and know which part of the tournament they're in, which discipline they're playing.
Well, Phil Burford, this is really one of his first times to the table in the match, even though it's 3-0. I believe he hung an 8-ball. He's going to spin this around. He had to dig out. That was really a tough shot, and a lot of players that play 9-ball give into that shot and just cinch it and go back and forth and try and get the cue to the center for the 4-ball. He tried the overzealous way, possibly, by trying to get position 4 rails. And Max is going to be back to the races here. That's what Max wanted to see, was a miss and a shot. He'll follow this one into the corner, high, right-hand English, hopefully come out around the center of the table. Perfect. Now, as his choice the side or the corner, I personally like going and drawing this ball to the rail with spin, going in between the 6-8 and shooting it in the side. Let's see what Max thinks. He thinks quite similar. Shoot it in the hole that's the closest. And with this, I like to use the side rail to get position on it, or I commit to going 2 rails right at the 9. I personally like the side rail, which he does too. Allows you to just keep a pop stroke, which it's hard to dog.
Right.
A pop stroke. You know, that little punch. And that's why so many players use it. And Max is going to take the 4-0 lead as Phil concedes the 9-ball. And I think Phil's starting to see the handwriting on the wall. Max is a tough hombre on this equipment. He actually makes these 4 1/4 inch pockets look like they're a lot bigger than what they are. And that's saying something, folks.
Let's run the Seabirds commercial. Can we do that?
We can do that. We're going to take a second to hear from one of our fine sponsors. And Max is ready to mix them up in Game 5 here. He's made 2 balls and darn near got kissed in. He's going to have a little tester on the 2 ball. If he can see it, it's going to be close. I do think he can see this ball. And I think a little button mess up there, folks. Unqualified technician behind the mixer.
Yeah, I'm hitting buttons on this keyboard here. I got some feedback from my father out there listening on his or watching on his computer, and he says, "Talk into the mic more." All right.
Talk into the mic. We'll turn your mic up. There you go.
Okay. How's this, Dad? Okay, don't call me. I know it's better.
Well, he should be able to hit below center or around center and roll this 2 ball in and kill the cue for the 2 or for the 4. It took off on him because he was a little bit higher than what I like to do when I roll this ball. Most people kind of take out of the equation that cueing center or even below center slows the cue ball down on its way to and after the object ball. You increase friction, and it slows it down. You get to hit the ball a little bit harder with a natural stroke, keep a better line, and if you use a short stroke, then you're almost guaranteed not to go over the top with your speed control. So start rolling balls in the future, guys. Roll them from the center or the bottom, and you'll be surprised how solid it feels and how good your stroke feels, and you'll keep a nice line on the shot.
Uh-oh. I see someone coming in with Dunkin' Donuts.
I see them, too. I see them. They know the weakness, don't they? They just go right in and they find that sweet spot, the soft underbelly of the pool player.
That's one of my sponsored players, Uli, and his mom, Alina. Yeah, she's coming in with
sweet goodies from our friends over at Double D, Dunkin' Donuts, which I was pleasantly surprised to find one. I was so happy that when I saw it on the other end, I called Alvin and said, "They got a Dunkin' Donuts in here." I said, "They got a Waffle House and a Dunkin' Donuts. How much better does it get?"
Yeah.
They're after my heart, I'll tell you that. This really is a great casino. My first time here, and I love the casino.
Mine too, yes. It's very nice. I think Max owns this. Is it race to 5?
It is race to 5. These are Max's final 2 balls in his mind, and if he does think that way, they are going to be the final 2 balls of the match. And he's hitting them without any reservations, folks. So, yeah, I think we're looking at the final 2 balls of the match here. You can see a dejected Phil Burford in the electric chair, slumped slightly, chin in hand.
Great name for that chair.
And there's Max Eberle with a sounding defeat. Well, they're acting like they're going to more than 5. What's going on here? Maybe we got some poor intel from our tournament director here.
Yes, our tournament director.
Let me see if we can. I'll let you go over and give him a shout here. Well, maybe we'll just give them 4. If they want to keep shooting, then we'll let them keep shooting. But boy, maybe we messed up. I do have to admit I stepped away from the mic for a second, and maybe it's my fault. Unqualified technician, beware. He's cutting my mic, man. Well, we get a treat. Maybe we get an extra game here.
Yeah, I think we hit.
Oh, did I give Max the first game by mistake? I saw the
Probably,
8 ball
yeah.
was in the jaws. Did Max not win game 1?
I thought he did, but I was focused on what you were doing, and then I was looking over my shoulder and not watching the.
Has Phil Burford always had this? Okay, I stepped away and I'm guilty, folks. This is all my fault, and I apologize for the miscommunication, bad info here. But yes, it's 4-1. When I saw the 8-ball hanging, I came back and Max was shooting. I figured he'd broken in out. You guys can fire me at any time. I'm sorry. I swear I was only going for 20 seconds. What happened?
You left an amateur to be a captain of the damn ship.
Yeah, everybody out on the stream, we're going to give you your money back.
All right, Max gives it a push.
Yeah, we haven't had our buddies from ProPool.com doing the stats. They would have been able to catch that. They're getting ready to do some really cool stuff from what I understand. That's really growing. They're going to be giving away some money and some prizes and stuff like that. You guys should look into that if you get a chance. That's an unsponsored plug. I just know they're working tirelessly for the players in the game, and the crew over there they're good people. Give them a chance. Go check out ProPool.com. Another one that you might want to give a shout out to too is the Bank Shot Calculator. Those guys are tirelessly trying to do things for the game. I see. They may even have the Android version coming out soon. So shh.
Cool.
That's our buddy Clyde. And a rare appearance here by Phil Burford to the table. Max has been playing jam up, lockdown pull, there's nothing wrong with that, trust me. Great hit. I think it's going to stay out of the pocket, accomplish what he needs unless Max fires the 2-9 in.
Do you really see a straight line in? Well, it's going to take pure precision to do that.
He can nick the 1 or nick the 2 and go to the bottom rail. I like this shot. This is a great shot. And what a great shot.
Yeah, make Phil work for it.
Yeah, I think pool hall banger. You're asking if Earl went home. I think there is something about that. Now this one's going to go down into the hole. That's just bad luck.
And scratch.
He finally makes a ball, makes it to 9, and then guess what happens? This is the definition of getting bad rolls, folks. Your guy plays good on you, and every time you touch a cue ball, something major happens. Oh, you get a free game? Oh, well, what the heck? Why not? Max is looking that if he stops his ball, will he be perfect on the 3 to just either draw up table or go 1 rail right at the 4? Being that there's, he'd love to shoot the 4 on the side, I don't think the 8 and 9 are going to permit that unless he can do a fine weave between the 8 and 9 directly. But I can see where he could just stop this ball, stop the 6, draw back. I actually like drawing back and getting an angle to the rail on the 6. So let's see what he says. Nice shot. Great shot. Stroke a little bit. That gives him a lot of control on the 4 here, instead of making a long shot and cinching it. Yeah, too many Dunkin' Donuts and not enough time. You got to have your priorities straight. If you're going to sweat a pool match, you got to have a donut and a coffee. The alternative is a good beer and a good hot dog or a burger.
Right. And by the time the match is over, you can get a good, nap in after that.
It looks like Max has his ability to go 1 rail right at the 8 or 2 rails, which is my favorite here with high right. He'll hit just below the chalk here. Yeah, it looks like he has a little bit better of an angle than that. Let's see what he's got. Yeah, he should be able to hit the first diamond and come out straight for the 8. He went downtown and got right on the 50, folks. Right on the 50.
Oh. That's just as bad as an iron ball going in and scratching.
Well, Phil's got a reprieve here. He gets to get up out of the electric chair and probably put a point on his side, which can drastically change the momentum of this game. And Phil takes game 6, making it 4-2.
Now let's give another commercial.
You want to do another commercial? We'll hear from one of our fine sponsors here, folks. Stay tuned. And we're back. Phil Burford, good look at his break there from the camera angle that lets us see what the player sees.
I got a good foot off the pool table.
Yeah, that was a thunder boomer there. And he's taken no time at trying to get within a game.
For the folks at home, how are these players getting a good foot off that cue ball after it hits the rack?
Well, actually, they don't want that foot to come off. They want that ball to come off a couple of inches tops.
Mm-hmm.
But that foot is actually the sign of them losing impact on the one ball from the cue. That's wasted energy. That's energy that's being used to lift the cue ball instead of spread the rack. But the way it's happening is an unlevel cue during the strike, or a hair above center, or a hair below center on the strike. Usually it's a hair above center, believe it or not. It's not a lift type of thing. It's more of a shoot the ball into the cloth like a legal jump shot.
Yeah.
All right, so they hit hair above center, not much, and it starts that process out.
Phil is coming in really quick and strong on this rack.
Yeah, this went from making a 5-1 victory to now it's possibly going to be 4-3. Phil breaking and laying down the thunder boom, and Max having to sit in the electric chair. Let you know these matches are never over, folks. Even though I try and give the guy an extra game. And Phil took way too much time. I think it took him at least 45 seconds to run that out.
Yeah.
I think it took him longer to rack the balls than it did anything else there. Pardon us, folks. We're going to plug one more of our sponsors here. Bear with us. We're back. And Phil was not wasting his time in a chair while he was watching Max break these balls and run out. He went to the same spot that Max used and made the ball. Didn't make the one, but he did get a shot. I just want to take a second to thank our title sponsor, Kamui Tips. And you can get Kamui Tips and Chalk at Cyberts.com. another one of our sponsors. So, if you want to support both our sponsors or two of our sponsors from this event, by all means, you can support them all. Go over and load your cart up with some Simona's cloth, a Viking Q, some Kamui chalk and tips at Seibert's, and say thanks. Or
you get it all there.
or you can just buy a tip and some chalk from them. Or if you want to just say thanks for the free stream, shoot them an email and say, wow, we really appreciate what you did down at Tunica.
Yeah, that goes really far. When I sponsor stream and all of a sudden I get emails coming into me saying, thank you. That means a lot. That tells me that I know I'm putting the marketing dollars into the right place.
Right.
And I'm being acknowledged, and that means a lot for me.
And if you do so during this broadcast, just let us know out on the stream. We'll give a shout out to you. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Phil says, I'd love to give Max that feeling that he's got to set through my break. I'd love to come back and win this.
Yeah, we're going to a hill.
They certainly have taken their places, I can tell you that. Now, Phil may elect to draw straight back off the 8 here. Let's see what he's going to do. Yeah, he's going to draw it straight down table. Leave a little bit of an angle on this ball, but not much. Hey, he got all of that one, didn't he? Never a doubt.
That was very nice. All right.
I don't know about the slow play from Phil Burford, what he's thinking here. Taking all of our time watching him study shot after shot. Did he let the cue ball stop that time?
Jeez. We're running out of commercials to run here.
Yeah, I think we have run out of commercials.
All right, let's just watch him rack the ball.
Let's just watch him rack. Take a second to let everybody know out in the chat. Next weekend, Inside Pool is going to be at Midlothian, Virginia, at Diamond Billiards. We're going to be broadcasting the VA State, the Virginia State 9-ball tournament. Been going on, I think this is its 7th year, something like that. Join us. Action starts Saturday morning at about 11 o'clock Eastern Standard. We might even be broadcasting Friday night. They'll probably have a little mini, so join us. We appreciate it. Phil nailed the corner ball just like we thought. Got a shot on the 1. All he has to do here is miss the 8 when he pockets the 1 and flop out, and he'll at least be on the 2. Now the 3 and 4 are a little bit funny. 3 has to go by the 6, and the 4, the 8 ball's blocking a lot of the position zone, so he's going to have to find a way to get control when he goes and drops in on that 4 ball, or he's just going to simply have to do it with all touch. So he doesn't get out of the woods without a good shot here, folks, so let's see what young Mr. Burford has in store for us. Little flop. Let's see if he figures out what he wants to do with this 4. He's playing the game right. He has to figure out a pinpoint place on this 3. This shot may determine the winner of the set. Now, with the 6 on the other corner, I don't mind going 1 rail across and trying to shoot the 4 in either corner pocket. I might even look at the bank shot. That's how crazy that 8 ball is. Big on this. Depending on where I would fall on this 3. I wouldn't rule it out if I got straight, I'll tell you that. Phil accepts the long shot here. So this is the shot of the set, right here. Nice clean hit, good solid roll, nice touch.
Very good hit.
That was a great hit.
Phil has been spending a lot of time. Both Phil and Max have been spending a lot of time on this table. On this 10-foot table.
I think I would have camped out here when I was playing.
Mm-hmm.
They would have had to drag me away. That's something that Max didn't expect, but he was hoping for. Max can run 2 or 3. I like a zigzag. Just go up table, get back to the center of the table, and you'll be fine. Now I'm left-handed. This is a left-handed shot slightly for Max, but he's going to have to look and see exactly where he wants to be on the 8. I think he's a little bit straight. He's looking at the cinch line. Could have been a lot easier, but even if he just rolls this ball in and moves up a couple of inches, he might be able to make the side pocket like that, which he did. Phil's, of course, not going to give him this ball.
No. Nice.
And Max spikes it in for the win.
All right, now we officially can announce that Max won this.
The game went back to its rightful owner, if you ask Max. Anyway, folks, thanks for tuning in. This has been a match between Max Eberle and Phil Burford. Race to 5, and looks like they're going to try and get them to mix it up here with Gene Albrecht and maybe Max Eberle real quick. But thanks for tuning in. We'll get this other match started in just a few minutes.